It's hard to believe that back when I was a child, gas prices used to be as little as 75 cents a gallon. Over the past year, we've seen gas prices skyrocket out of control. Any shift in the markets, threats of war, or even bad weather seem to affect the price of gas. So many of us have turned to the electrical and hybrid alternatives. Electrical vehicles are a cleaner mode of transportation. EVs, as they are called, are very low maintenance in comparison to internal combustion engines, which have over 80 moving parts that eventually wear out. ICEs, as they're called, run hot and have many gaskets that deteriorate from the heat. They also have many high friction points. For this reason, you can expect an internal combustion engine to need a lot of expensive maintenance. Electrical motors can last over 1,000,000 miles with comparatively little maintenance. They have no spark plugs, filters, pumps, hoses, radiators, pistons, valves, head gaskets, carburetors, fuel filters, tanks, mufflers, noise, smells, or even need for fuel. These cars charge up at your home while you eat, sleep, or watch the Sunday ball game. Some can travel up to 40 miles on a charge, and that's likely to be enough to get you to and from work in most cases. Imagine never having to fill up at the pump again. Now that gas is over $4 a gallon, many of us spend upwards to $100 a week just to commute. Ouch. Comparatively speaking, it would be free to fill up in some states and as little as $5 a week in others, depending on how green-friendly your town is. So, what would it cost to convert a vehicle? Not counting the cost of the vehicle, you will spend between $7,000 to $11,000. It depends on the type of vehicle you are converting, which determines the size, motor, controller, and number of batteries. The total cost also depends on how much work you can do yourself. How long can I drive before I need to recharge? Lead-acid battery-based EV conversions are limited to a maximum range of about 50 to 60 miles, and that's in 60 to 90 degree weather, using the maximum practical number of fresh golf cart batteries that end up almost completely drained, which, by the way, is never a good thing, to drain your batteries, that is. In other words, 50 miles is the maximum stretch limit. Most conversions have a range of 30 to 40 miles, with the batteries ending up heavily discharged. An ideal daily range is 20 to 30 miles because it most likely will not ever discharge the batteries to excessively shorten their lives. There are many variables that determine range, including size and weight of the vehicle, number of batteries, number of passengers, the capacity of the batteries, age of batteries, air temperature, driving habits, terrain, and the quality of your charger. If your daily range requirement is less than 30 miles, you should get reasonable service from your batteries, probably 2 to 3 years. How fast will my converted vehicle travel? Many top speeds of gasoline vehicles are over 100 miles an hour, but for your electric vehicles, it is not advisable, especially if you're using lead batteries, it is not advisable to accelerate up to those levels because you're going to drain your batteries too fast. So the top speed is around 60 miles per hour, we suggest. I don't have a need to drive on the freeway, so a top speed of 60 miles per hour and a range of 35 miles is just fine for me. How much does it cost to charge the batteries, and what is the cost eventually per mile? The actual cost to charge your batteries depends on your overall design, your charger, and your driving habits. The cost per mile is between 6 and 7 cents when the batteries are new, and electricity costs somewhere around 12 cents per kilowatt hour. The cost will increase as your batteries age. What can you do to keep it low? Well, use low rolling resistance tires and keep the tire pressure on point. Don't be a lead foot. In other words, don't try to race off the light. Learn to coast a lot. You are traveling for free when you coast. Use a high efficiency charger so as to not waste energy while charging. Plug into a solar panel or windmill generator for charging. Now you're traveling for free. How do you heat the cars in the winter, and how do you deal with the brake system and power steering system now that the motor's out? There are electrical heating kits that you can buy, and there are electrical power steering kits that you also can get. There are also vehicles that are now being sold with electrical power steering apparatus on them that you can adapt to your vehicle. In any instance, all of this is going to, of course, drain your 12-volt battery. So you want to make sure that you're mindful of it. And in this instance, use a DC to DC converter to see to it that your 12-volt battery maintains its charge. Anyway, I think this is a great way to engage the future of travel in the world that we live in. Electricity is obviously going to be less expensive going forward than would be these other mediums of fueling ourselves as we move. And this is a great way to get into this. If you're interested in converting your own vehicle, please send us an email. We'd be more than happy to assist you in that process. Thank you, and thanks for watching.